good afternoon, or this would be good evening. Good evening. Get that light. Felt a little dark. Oh Lord. Kai. We got little kids, got goddaughters over here. Everybody crying. Got to getting everything set up here. That's what sucks about working from home sometimes. But how y'all doing, man? Everybody good? Y'all had a great weekend? I had a good weekend. Shout out to everybody who was there. I need to do a parlay chat. Ooh. Yeah. All right. All right, we gotta get the comments. Let's get to see what everybody's saying. All right. Oh man, what's going on? What's up, Luke? How you doing, buddy? Island boy, what's up? Andre? Oh, Andre, you paid? They saying you were poor, man. You still a white. You still a white. You ain't a colored. Got everybody saying good morning, good evening, good afternoon. We got Jaden in the background. What's up, Crow? Hey, don't come in here. Crow gets to he can comment on stuff right here. We trying to get my dog hired. You coming on, Crow? You want to holler at me? Come on. I'll send you the link real quick, dog. You can come on quick. Matter of fact, I ain't gonna play with you. I forgot. I got your I actually got your number. Crow be calling me about that bull. Not any bad, like Crow be fighting. Crow called me one of the fight coaches. I said my dog this, and if we get a crow, y'all be watching. If we get a crow sighting, we stop the show wherever we at. We talk to Crow. I just don't want my dog to get he said he want to come home. We got to figure out how to get Crow home. He got a 3-star recruit he can bring in, though. Isn't that technically how you bring cats in? Jaden said the audio tripping right now. Anybody else say the audio been tripping? I know. I've been staying off the other FSU pods outside of another network, but we finally got some good news. Oh shit! Hey, start the program. We're gonna start the program off hot. Get him in here. Somebody click him in here. He outside too. My dog looking. Oh, I know my dog been going through it. I can't see the beard. Got the full beard.
Hey, that's 40 years, man.
But we gotta turn my dog up, man. What's going on? Hold on. Excuse me. I think we got a mute. Give me. Okay. You hear no feedback? Okay.
You good?
All right, we good. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, we got a special guest here, man. Not every day do you get a guy who makes the finalists for the NFL Hall of Fame, and he's so fly, and he's accomplished that he don't even know when you send him a congratulations. He's like, man, what you congratulating me for? And I'm like, and I had, excuse me, I don't use this word very often, but I had to call him what he was acting like at the time. I said, N-word. Did you not notice that you made the NFL Hall of Fame? He's like, oh yeah, my bad. But man, what's going on, bro? How you doing? You got the Jets gear off. Like, you
man, I can't complain, man. At baseball practice right now, watching my son.
Okay. All right, man. Shoot. We got former No Great and coach and dad to many. And my guy got a whole 7v7 squad, but he cool. But you don't just have ball players. Your daughter's in gymnastics, right?
Yeah, we got baseball, football, gymnastics, and track right now.
All right, so coming up right now, you got AJ and that's class of 2025. But you got a 26 and a 27, or is
I
it
got a 26, 27.
two 27s?
Yeah, and I got 127. I got 126 and 127. Yeah, my son Tyler, that's out there in LA. He's like 6 foot, probably about 165. Then I got then my son Julian that plays on modern day Catholic down in Chula Vista, San Diego. Man, that joke is 6'3", like 185, 190.
He played with a guy that's going. You know, I got a 7. I'm doing a 7-on-7, right?
Okay.
Shit, I might have to go ahead and tell him to go and tell these people that, because it's a dude named Honor on this team, a 5-star safety wide receiver corner or something like that.
See, but you think about modern day or modern day Catholic?
Oh shit, I don't. My bad. You're right.
Because you got like 3, 4. They ain't going modern days out in Cali.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. Well, no, this is yours is in San Diego area.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, yeah, he's supposed to be 20. He had 2020. He had 2027.
He had 2027. I'll ask my son.
So, kid, I think his name is Honor. Honor. He got one of them 2 last name kids.
Okay.
But I think I only give him 1 last name. So it's Honor Johnson. I ain't got time to know 2 last names. That's too much going on. All right. So we got some questions here for you. Obviously, let's just get to the nitty-gritty. So Florida State season is not going great.
No.
They had to make some firings. What are your thoughts when it comes to that?
Man, I'm like this. You had to pull the trigger on something, right? It got to be some change somewhere. I didn't see. I'll say this. I didn't see Atkins going anywhere.
Me neither.
That's just the God honest truth. I didn't see him moving anywhere. I did see. I did have a thought of Dugans and Fuller leaving just because of the situation that what was about and the development side of it too. So, I think there's still gonna be more moves made. I think more people are probably gonna move on, and there probably gonna be a little bit more moves made. But man, that's right now. You got to think about it. That's just the nature of the beast. That's just how it goes. You go 1-9, you got to start making changes, and those changes got to start from up top to going down. They got to trickle down, and there got to be accountability in all of it. Like that's my biggest thing. And when you firing people, got to be accountability upon yourself. Got to be accountability upon the staff. It got to be accountability among the players too. Because if you ain't holding the players accountable for the mistakes they're making, if you see the same mistakes over and over and over, then it ain't the coach's fault. Because you only can teach so much.
Yep, that goes back to what our teammate Travis Johnson used to. He loved to say when Tag was here, you either coaching it or you allowing it. Very difficult though when some guy, especially at wide receiver, when everybody can't catch. I don't know what that was about, but it was very difficult situation. So, what are as a parent of a recruit and a guy who's connected to a lot of guys, we saw you drop your resume out there about the guys that you recruited. What are some of the things on the outside looking in that the fan base, other people outside of the fan base are talking about? What are some of the perceptions when it comes to Florida State?
What's the perception?
Yeah, outside of we suck.
Coaches need to hold themselves accountable. And this is just me talking with other people that's outside of our own building or on other staffs. You got to learn how to develop your players that you have. Only use the transfer portal when you need something, not when you're trying to develop a whole entire team. That's the other thing that's been talked about. The biggest thing that's always talked about is the development side of it. And how JT hid a lot of flaws that we had. So when you hide a lot of flaws with a guy like Jordan Travis, I mean, it's hard to make up for that. You can't find a guy like that in the portal. The guy that buys in, that ultimately wants the best for the program and everything else. It's hard to find. So you got to try to develop that through your younger guys and make sure they buy into it and go from there.
Gotcha. So we saw the tweet out there We're gonna go ahead and get the hashtag Crow13 to tally, because everybody went over 3-1, but he was 1-3 at Florida State, if you guys don't know.
Definitely, man.
But my question would be is, so we're gonna so where would you be at? On field coaches, what would you like if because we're gonna build I saw something fun. Got TJ Pittenger. TJ Pittenger, I don't got no quarrels with TJ, but you can't keep coming after my kids, my quarterback, with that moral bullshit and want to fire coaches. They mad because Tramel's weighing his options while everybody else weighs their options, which is part of the game. It's only right.
Man, listen, man, it's all, the recruiting base is all about understanding where you got a better opportunity at, who's gonna give you a better opportunity. That's what people got to realize with this whole recruiting thing. As long as you build a genuine relationship with the kid and you want what's best for the kid, I don't give a fuck about no damn fan base and what they got to think about. It's about what this kid wants. If the kid don't come to my school, he don't come to my school. But my job is to always be a mentor to him, to let him know, like, hey, you can call me at any given time. I don't care what's going on. I'm here because it's bigger than football. People got to realize that this game is only a short time of your life. I think I'm only 40, bro. I still got a whole nother lifetime to live. I've been retired for almost 6 years. My last game was almost 8 years ago.
Oh yeah, damn, that's crazy. It's crazy.
Like, fast too. People got to realize this game can give you a lot, but you got to understand how to give and take from it. You got to learn how to be accountable for yourself when things go wrong and things go bad. But these kids got to make a decision that's best for them. And I will always tell the kid that in recruiting, like, man, you got to make the best decision for you. I'm going to be here no matter what. Because at the end of the day, that's what it's about. It's about you bringing in the best players, but also at the same time making it more than about football. It's got to be about life. It's about creating the whole man, not just the football player, but the whole man. So you got to create that relationship with them to understand, like, look, man, I'm gonna be here no matter what school you go to. I'm gonna be genuine. This ain't no I just want you here type of relationship. It's a relationship that says, you know what? If you come to this school, bro, your parents ain't never got to worry about you ever again. I'm gonna teach you how to be a man. I'm gonna guide you. Mistakes gonna be made, but that's why we got to learn from them. And you teach him how to learn from his mistakes, and so he can build discipline and consistency in his life, but also on the football field. That's what this shit is all about.
And to hype my dog up, we're gonna have a conversation, but we're not gonna have. Well, I mean, we can, but we're not gonna have our conversation. Now, this shit is fucking hilarious when we are actually just talking. Because again, Crow is the type of guy when he call you on the phone, he doesn't even ask if you're available to talk. He just talks. Like, he just, like, when that one time you called me, he was mad. I was like, this motherfucker need to talk to somebody. So let me talk to him before he, so we can prevent whatever needs to happen.
But you see, during the season, man, I've kept quiet, really, man.
You put a tweet out, though. You put a tweet. I'm going to keep my mouth shut because I'm trying to coach somewhere. And I was like, you know what? That's growth. That's growth, man. But not regardless of it, just thinking about the recruiting situation. And be candid about the kid. I connected you with a kid. Like, it's how the stuff works. The guys we play with, whether it be in the NFL, whether it be in college, those guys go on to become coaches. Yeah. And then those relationships get developed, and that helps you develop more relationships for your kids and for your clients. 100%. So you were at Texas A&M, and I said, hey, man, I got this kid, man. I think he's really, really good. I'm gonna put this kid in the inbox. Now, at the time, I think we had just kind of half offered the kid. We didn't get no full court press. I'm like, hey, man, this kid.
Because I think when you talked to me, he was at the LSU camp.
Right. No, he was getting ready to go to the LSU camp.
That's right.
He was leaving Ohio State, and I was calling because the coaches said he did like camp after camp after camp.
Yeah.
And I said, hey, man, bring your ass home, dog. Like, you done did too much shit. You paying this money, dog. And then I said, you know what? Hold on. And I said, Crow, I think this kid's good. Tell me what you said. You told me straight up. He said, dog, you ain't never told me to look at a kid. So this kid got to be something.
100%.
And if you know what the standard looks like, we don't need to have this conversation. But you did check it out. You did your due diligence. And do you remember what you told me Jimbo said? Like after he watched the film of the kid.
Man, listen, dog. Jimbo is more damn excited than any damn thing. That's just real. Jimbo was like, man, offer this motherfucker now.
Like, right. He was like, where did you find this kid? How the hell just like I'm like just but again, so some of that stuff and then what happened
but at the end of the day, what it's about, like I told, like what we said right now, it's all about relationships. If we can find a kid that can, and we can help a kid, no matter if he don't go to a bigger school or a Power 5, he can go to a P4 or a smaller FBS school, whatever it may be. But our job is to try to help these kids as much as possible. I don't give a damn if I'm at another school. I'm gonna try to help the kid get into any other school. That's just like if a kid jumping the transfer portal. It's my job as a coach because I'm responsible for him to try to help him go find a school and find a right situation for him. I'm not going to be mad because the kid want to transfer. I'm not going to pout about it. He got to find a better situation for him. And it's my job to help.
Period.
So what they want him to do? I'm going to call around to every goddamn school. Hey, man, I got this kid as talented as hell. He didn't have a great situation here. How can we help him to get into your school? That's it.
But on that specific kid, something that you did, even when you weren't coaching, you still kept in contact with him. You still developed a relationship. And you gave him game, which I think a lot of people don't realize. That's the game. That's really that's what I really thought was cool is that he would Jamie would tell me, yo, I talked to Coach Crow, and I'm like, damn, you still talk to him? He would tell him why this school is. I think a lot of times people just think that at least from our perspective, that it's just I got to push a kid here. No, this isn't. This is different. Like if I want the kid to be there, right? Yeah. But I want the kid to be in the best situation for that kid.
It's all about the right, and you 100%. It's all about the right situation. I mean, he's not the only kid. Like I still talk to the kid Jordan Matthews that's at Tennessee, that was from Louisiana. I still talk to him and his dad. Like it's just, man, like I said, the thing about this game is it's short, but friendships and everything else is a lifetime. And that's what you're trying to build with these kids. You're trying to build a relationship that's more than genuine. So when they ever come to you about any kind of situation, you can understand how to help them. Like it shouldn't be just, oh, it's a transaction. No, ain't nothing with me a transaction. It's not if it's transactional, bro, there's no relationship in it. Ain't no reason for me to recruit you if it's transactional. Like I'm here to not only just coach you, but mentor you, guide you in some ways and making sure that, man, you have not just success on the football field, but also success in life. And that you can be a pillar of your community and do whatever you need to do by the time you leave here and go to the pros. And then if you don't go to the pros, whatever job sites you may go to, that you are somebody that's respectable, that when you walk into the room, the temperature changes and everything because you've been guided the right way. Because we got to understand, like, as a coach, these kids are with us for the next 3 to 4 years, 9% of the time. We their parents. We they guardians. And if you don't treat it that way, then how in the hell you expect to get the most out of the kid? You can't get the most out of the kid if everything is transactional. And you got to be responsible for him. Get on his ass like you would get on your kid's ass. But understand, at the end of the day, when you get on him, go back and tell him how much you want the best for him, you care for him, and that you only reason you own his ass as much because you see so much in him that you won't even see in yourself. And that's what this shit is about.
It's about replicating yourself. You can only impart what you are. If that's not genuine, you can't. That's the side of coaching that a lot of people don't get. It's again, it is a business. It has become one thing, but to quote the old man said the game ain't changed. Kids, like Bobby said, kids haven't changed. It's the adults that have changed. Kids are exactly the same as they were going back to the Stone Age. It's just at the end of the day. So a lot of people have been asking this question here. So like we're gonna go ahead and how hypothetically speaking, what does it cost to get an Antonio Cromartie as this? And are we talking about Antonio Cromartie? Are we coaching the entire set? We're going safeties or we going corners? Because we're gonna build this hypothetical.
Whatever they need me to go coach.
So you gonna coach if they need Cromartie running back coach.
If they need me a linebacker coach, if they need me a coach,
are you built like a linebacker right now, or you done dropped the weight? Because you said you was trying to drop weight.
On 235, dog.
I said last time I saw Crow, I said, man, this man over here threatening people. This man built like an all-pro linebacker right now. Still moves like a corner, dog.
Hey man, but nah, man, listen, it ain't just about. I love to coach secondary, but I know if there's other situations that needs to go about, I can coach the receivers, I can coach linebackers. That's what I was doing in the NFL any damn way. Was coaching linebackers when I did my internship and everything else. So, I was just trying to get a different perspective on all the positions. I know how to coach anything, so it's not the point that it's hard. It's just the point of me willing to do it.
That part. So what is Crow? What is outside of trying to get back in coaching? What is the prototype up to now? Because that's what people. For those who don't know, I go cover the combine every year. Hanging out with Cromartie is like everybody's. What's up, prototype? What's up? What's up? So it's like that. I was like, damn, I knew my dog was good, but goddamn, my dad, they call that man the prototype. So, but what's going on with you right now, outside of hoping to be selected to the Pro Football Hall of Fame?
Man, honestly, nothing, man. I'm just training kids, training my kids, and then training the other kids, high school kids. My partner named Jaleel Johnson, man. That's all we're doing is training high school DBs, and trying to get them into college or try to critique them in every way that we can. And man, honestly, I'm finna get ready to open up my damn podcast. Do my podcast, and that's about it, bro.
Now that's gonna be good. You gonna talk straight ball, or you just talking, or you gonna be one
straight ball?
Hey man, listen, this man no ball, dog. Like guys, it'd be like a lot of people again. So y'all motherfuckers be listening to these people, these pencil neck motherfuckers who ain't never seen the ball before. All they know is terminology that they heard on another podcast. Crow get me to shut the fuck up. Like Crow started talking about that coverages. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna take notes. I'm gonna learn about coverage today while Crow talks to me about what a cover one, cover two, any of these different things. Though sometimes you gotta know when to shut the fuck up and when not to shut the fuck up.
But JC,
if you do that, you make sure you let me know because I'm gonna make sure I listen to it because.
But JC, this is what people fail to realize though. I can talk offensive ball too.
Yep.
That's what people fail to realize too. They think, oh, he's just a defensive back. No, I can tell you a whole scheme of offense. I can tell you a whole blocking scheme on the offensive line. I can give you anything and everything from that standpoint. It's just understanding how to coach it, understanding how to dissect what the offense likes to do, and that's what I did for 11 years in the league. Dissect what the offense does. I can tell you what the offense is going to do in the first 25 plays of the game. If I can call out the first 25 plays of the game, it's done. I know how to call a defense too. So people think, oh, you got to have this specific defense to run this, and this. No, you don't. You call plays according to how the game is going. That's how you call plays. You call plays to what your players are good at that point in time. If it's situational football, if it's say it's 3rd and 2 to 5, you understand what they like to throw. They're a 6 mentality team. They like to throw one person deep. So if I know that, I know how to play the sticks. If you get to 3rd and 6 to 7, 3rd and 6 to 9. You know what I'm saying? They get deeper routes. Most of the time, they want to throw underneath routes. Like the biggest thing with Jimbo was, and I told Jimbo this, and we used to have conversations about it because I used to talk to him about it. Why on 3rd and 9 plus, you always have one underneath, but everybody running deep? Because he knows everybody's gonna be in zone coverage, and he figured if I can have one man miss, if I can have if I just gotta catch the ball, if I can have him miss one person, I get the first down every single time because he's running everybody else off. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like understanding what he was thinking from a zone and from a man standpoint made me understand offense is a lot better too. But I mean, me playing the league made me understand offense is better too because I was always in the offensive coordinator's office trying to pick his brain to understand why he calls certain plays on certain down the distance and what's his situation in 2-minute drill, how he's looking at the passing game, his 4-minute drill when he's thinking about what he's thinking about in his 4-minute drill. So it's just like people got to understand like when you want to coach football, you got to learn the whole entire game, not just one position. You got to learn everything.
Everything has a unique way of working together. It's all a coordinated course of movements. Again, while I believe in the simplicity of it, but at the same time, it's complex in its simplicity. Like it's a thing that takes a little bit more than what people are willing to do with that. For those who don't know, actually it ain't because this is not a Florida State channel. I just played at Florida State, and I hate seeing Florida State be down. We're supposed to talk about other shit, but if you don't know who this guy is, he's again one of the best to ever play the cornerback position in Antonio Cromartie. Also happens to be we can call this show Tallahasse Legends. This motherfucker right here was bad. Um, not just good in football. Probably could have been All-American minimum, maybe even an Olympian in the hurdles. Because he ran them hurdles and they had one of the baddest 4x1 teams at Lincoln. That shit was crazy. I think they had, if I remember correctly, '02 y'all had 2 squads that could
we
go
had
win.
2 squads.
That would go 1 and 2 each one. So
I think we had me, Ryan Gilliam,
yeah.
Todd Brigman, and I think it was Pat.
Yep.
I think that was our 4x1, and then on the second leg of that 4x1, we had Fred Rouse and some younger guys, Brinson, and I forgot who else we had. I forgot who else we had on the other 2 legs. But yeah, if we go 1 and 2 or 1, it was like our team was always gonna win first place, and they're gonna come in second or third.
Yeah, that was it was some crazy stuff out there. I always joke with people about the that talent that came out of the city from 2000 to about 2005. I don't know if that'll ever be replicated. It was some
Nah,
it was some
I
dogs that
don't
came.
think
I
it
don't know
is.
what happened. Well, I do know what happened. Crack hit in the 80s, and the next thing you know, everybody started about 16, 18 years later, we started having some mutants come out of Tallahassee,
Hey, man, I don't know what's going on with our talent in Tallahassee, boy.
But yeah, they just got it's a I don't know, it's different. I know.
It's social media, dog. Everybody want to be fake.
So speaking of that, because that's what I believe. I got so mad, and people attack me, and I'm not trying to tell you guys don't be biblical. I don't care what your religion is. I'm tired of these damn Bible scriptures when shit ain't going good, dog. God did all the work. He told you he told you to get to work. So if you were to come in as a coach, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, X's and O's is something.
Definitely.
But I hate culture, the word culture. From a repairing of psyche perspective, what would you tell the players? What would you do? Like, how would you like communicate to the guys? Like, hey, man, no, it's a ball player in there somewhere. We got to pull it back out. What would you do as a coach, or how would you connect? How do we connect to these young guys to get them to understand the standard?
Well, I'll put it this way. First thing you got to do is find a purpose and a why. You got to have a purpose why you play this game. You got to have a why. There's a why in everybody, right? Your purpose will be playing. It could be for the fame. It can be for the females. It can be for the money. It can be for whatever it is, right? But your why is different from your purpose. That why is hard. That why is I want to go back to the hood. That why is I'm trying to get my mom out of this neighborhood. That why can be so when you come in, when I come in, it's like, hey, all right, you got your purpose in your why. Okay, write it down. We're gonna put it in your locker. And it's gonna be in your locker, it's gonna be in the meeting rooms, you're gonna see it everywhere you go. So it's an accountability part on that part. Hey, bro, you ain't finna come out here and just go through the motion. If you're gonna go through the motion, you might well go back to the locker room. I'm the kind of person I'll just send your ass home if you don't want to come to practice. That's just what it is. I can find another you real quick. You are replaceable. And that's what people gotta understand. Like I'm recruiting this next class to come in to take over, not just to recruit. So it's your job to keep your job, not my job to keep your job. Because every single day it's competition. Every single day you got to compete. Every single day you got to show me that you're consistent. Every single day you got to show me that you're disciplined. And your discipline is going to show your discipline creates consistency. So if I can't bring that out of you, it's time for you to go. I don't care. I wouldn't care for nothing in the world. I will work with what I have to. And I'm going to give the game the best way I can to make sure I develop the guys that's there that actually want to be there. But we're going to work. You're going to be dog-ass tired. But you're going to work your ass off. And one thing about it, I'd rather for you to be tired in practice than in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you can go 90 miles per hour in practice, think about how easy it was when you get to the game. Because in practice, you don't know the answers. You're starting to learn the answers. But when you get to the game, you already got the answers to the test. So you should already know what's coming. Pass game, run game, you should already know what's coming. I'm going to give you the answers all through the week. It's your job to study. It's not my job to tell you to study. I'm gonna teach you how to study, but it's not my job to tell you to study. That's on you. Y'all want to be treated like professionals? I'm gonna treat you like professionals. Y'all getting paid now. So if you ain't gonna play, if you ain't gonna study, you ain't gonna put the time in to critique yourself, I'll just find somebody else to do it. There's somebody that's hungry right behind you that's ready to go out and go do it. And I will put my time into them, and I ain't gotta put my time into you, and you can go get in the transfer portal and everything else. I don't give a damn. And that's just how I would handle my class. That's how I would handle my room. You either want this shit or you don't. I'm not finna sit here and baby these damn kids. Fuck all that. Baby, you for what? You want to get.
We almost got a man. Fuck them kids on promo cut right there. I'm not finna sit. Doc, go ahead and say that. Hey, hold on, because we're gonna cut that right there. Jay. I need you to say, man, I'm not finna sit here, baby. These kids, man, fuck them kids. I need you to say
it ain't. I'm just saying, but it ain't about fuck these kids. It's just a point of fuck your mentality. Don't bring that shit into my classroom. Don't bring that shit into my room. Don't bring that shit on my field. You either gonna work or you not. And if you ain't gonna work, go sit your ass on the sideline. I ain't gotta work with you for the day.
I told a kid that the other day. I said the reality of the situation is where I coach at Mandarin. I said because of the success I get out of running backs. There's a lot of kids that would like to come to Mandarin. So I'm like, you're gonna be ready for college. Either we're gonna have some young guys come in that's hungry to take your spot. You're gonna keep your spot, or it's gonna be people that want to transfer in to take your spot. All I can do is show you what to do, and it's up to you to keep your spot. But
I'm gonna give you the keys to the car. I'm gonna teach you every little detail. I'm gonna teach you every little point, footwork, how to stay on the high shoulder, what to look for, understanding when the receiver lifting his knees, he's going deep. When he start to throttle down, break down with him, break on the ball. I'm gonna teach you every single detail that you need to know, but it's on you to apply it.
So keeping with some of the mentality of some of these players, we had a thing where a lot of fans got into it, and I said free yourself. Don't give me no hashtags, free the youngins. What is your thoughts about the free the youngins movement or some of the things like that? Again, it's not disparaging to the Jets. I like them Jets. I want them Jets to be ballers, but what's your thought as a youngin that probably arguably could have been freed a little bit earlier because you were a guy that came in highly touted and not getting into the politics or rehashing some of those things, but may or may not have had an older guy that was in front of you that you might have been a little bit more talented than. What is your thoughts on people like trying to get to the social media to be able to get the results that they want?
Getting the social media ain't gonna get you no results. I'm just being real with you. Your results is what you do in practice. Everybody saying free youngins and all, man, listen. Youngins need to take advantage of the opportunity that's in front of them. So every chance they get, take advantage of it. No matter how many snaps you play, no matter what it is. If you really talking about ball, you really want to play this ball, you're going to show that shit every single day in practice.
Hold on real quick. Pause real quick. Put this Brandon, this is me and my dog Crow talking. Like, we ain't talking about no disparaging shit. Like, we talking. Like, so fuck y'all. Matter of fact, fuck off my channel if you don't want to hear want to hear my dog talk about this shit. So first and foremost, I ain't gonna count nobody, Brett. When we talking from a perspective, because last time I checked, I'm from that city. Last time I checked, Crow from that city. When we grew up, FAMU and Florida State was hopping. Y'all don't know about Tennessee Street at homecoming when you couldn't go nowhere. Like, what we want more than anything else, and I actually heard somebody tell me, Coach Pimp told me this one time. He was like, damn, boy, James and Crow go hard on social media when it comes to Florida State. And my boy Hove had to say, you don't understand. Them boys really from there. That's where they from. It's not just about Florida State. It's about love. It's about not just a love of the program in which I mean, hell, you might have done it, but I know I scored in both them end zones and bled and sweat on that field. And I know, Crow, we did mat drills. But it's not just about Florida State. It's about how to put the city of Tallahasse on the map and continue to do this kind of thing. So when Crow makes a comment on social media about wanting to come back home, that's separate from what we talk. We talking about ball. So what I would do if I were y'all, I just sit back, listen, and if you got a question, ask the fucking question. But like, don't talk about what is and what ain't, because the reality is you don't know what is and what isn't through text messages and through the phone. Because what I do know is this: my dog has had that audience with Coach Norvell before. So if that was to happen, this conversation, and Coach Norvell, from what I understand, because I know he's done this to me, he know exactly who Crow is and what Crow stand for, and he know what I stand for. So if there's an issue, the text message will happen. But it ain't no issue because they know everything is coming from a place of wanting this shit to be the best that it could possibly be. So
But what's crazy, but you know what was crazy about what you saying? I have not said not one thing bad about Norvell none this year.
Nope.
Actually, for the past 2 years. Matter of fact, maybe the last 3 years. That's the craziest thing. I ain't got nothing to say about him. Me and him had plenty of conversations. Everybody talking about, oh, you know, it's about a job, man. Do y'all think I really need a goddamn job? That's all. Do y'all really think I need a fucking job? It ain't about me having a job. It's about me giving back, man. Like, that's all I want. I got too much knowledge to be sitting at home. Too much knowledge of this game, understanding this game, and I know how to develop football players. Something I've been doing for the last 7 years. I have no problem sitting my ass at home. But do I want to sit at home? No. I want to be in the working class working, giving back to these young black men not to make the same mistakes I made. So there's life lessons within me coaching. And that's all it is. I don't have to coach. Trust me. My bank account says that.
But and then also just again for more perspective, where he was at Texas A&M, it was basically just almost. And I forgot the HBC was the Division II school, right? That you went over and you were just providing.
Yeah. I went to St. Augustine. Once I left from A&M, I went to St. Augustine University, which now I don't even have a program no more.
Yeah, so it's just about
the volunteer.
It's really about giving back. It is more about the knowledge and the kickback, which is something that I do believe that a lot of former alumni do like doing. And it's not something that, like, hell, you was there this summer. It's again, so I just think a lot of people just might have misconstrued. I just don't want people to ever misconstrue intent or any of this stuff. This ain't you hopped on here because I asked you to hop on because I saw you comment on X. It wasn't no hop on here. Ain't nobody politicking for shit. It's more fans asking for that stuff, man. I just wanted the opportunity to talk with my dog.
Man, listen. I done done enough lobbying for myself. I don't have the media behind me to be lobbying for myself or other people lobbying media-wise for other people to be a coach. I lobby for myself. And I have those behind-the-door conversations. But if I want to get on social media and vent and say I'm ready to come home or I'm ready to do this, I'm ready to do that, should be no problem. Oh, he's not professional. Like, that's not professional. I'm not a professional motherfucker then.
That's why I fuck with
you. You know, man. and that's how I look at it, man. Like I know how to handle business, man. I know how to play the game. I know how to handle business when advances need to be taken care of. But also, people gotta understand this. This game is giving me so much. I'm just trying to give it back. That's it.
I like what you talked about with going back and finding out what your why is, and keeping the main thing, and then even coaching that. I remember Billy told me one time, "I'm gonna send your ass back to Rockbrook." I said, "My mama didn't even fucking live in Rockbrook at the time." I was like, "Damn, she done moved back." I was like, "She done moved out. No, you just gonna see. I don't care. I'm sending your ass right back." I was like, "Damn, dog."
Man,
my motivation
was. But this is what it is, though. It's back then we had the fear. It was more fear for us, right? Like, you play in your city, like, you don't want to be done in college football and back in the damn city doing the same thing, right? Like, damn, what happened to you? What happened to this? Dog, you was this, and this. That was the fear. And these kids don't have that because they're getting money. They don't have that. They're comfortable. So how can you make them uncomfortable? All right, you gotta make them uncomfortable, dog. Like, you gotta make these kids uncomfortable. Because at the end of the day, they're in a situation where, oh, I can transfer any school I want to. But the grass ain't always gonna be green on the other side. Now, you can get developed. You may have to wait a year. You may not. You may have to wait a half a year, right? But if you're patient enough and understanding that you're getting everything you need from a coach, from a life standpoint and a coaching standpoint, then when that time comes and you get the opportunity, take advantage of your opportunities. It's all about opportunity. If you take advantage of it and you prepare yourself in a way that you'll never be unprepared, and you prepare as a starter every single week, then when you get your opportunity, you just go out and go play ball. It's like you never miss. It's it's like you never lose a step, or you drop down in your play because you was always ready.
Got a question. So what are you? So we've seen this NIL, and I'm a capitalist. So I'm a guy who believes that the market will eventually correct itself.
Mm-hmm.
But what are your thoughts on NIL? I know you just talked about we had fear a little bit. That was more of a motivator. These guys have a little bit more pay. What do you really think that NIL has truly messed it up as much as people are saying, or is that more of a scapegoat as we're still trying to figure out and navigate these new waters?
It's a scapegoat. It's 100% a scapegoat. NIL is good if it's gonna be good for certain people. Everybody's not making $600,000, $700,000, right? You may get guys that are making $25,000, $30,000, but that's still good. Well, you can't live. My thing is this: you either want NIL or NFL, and I get it. Most guys are not gonna make it, so this is gonna be their payday, right? I totally understand it.
Oh, we lost. We lost your audio. All right, reset it, and then come back in. All right, we'll get Crow back on. So what we'll do right now is that was probably a good intermission. So if you're on Twitter right now watching it, 100% shout out. Appreciate you watching it on Twitter. If you have a question, come over to the YouTube Den Media Group. You can put your question in here. We'll answer it as best as we can. As we can. But again, Crow is just another voice that's telling you that, guys, NIL is an excuse. Football is football. These are still young men that want to develop. And again, they want to make, even if you never make it to the league, if you make $500,000 once, you don't want to make $500,000 again. We want to keep doing that. Let's scroll through some of these things. And is he back in? Let's see if he's back in. Try to see if we can get him back on. Let's see. You there, Crow?
Jay, you got me?
Yeah, we got you.
My bad. But no, I mean, I think we're talking about NIL. That's what we're talking about?
Yeah, we were talking about NIL because everybody says the first thing when something implodes, it's got to be NIL. Like everybody else don't have NIL.
No, everybody don't, man. That's what people. There's levels to your NIL to it. Like you got your quarterbacks that's always gonna make all the money, really. That's just what it is. But then there's certain levels to it that you try to navigate through. I mean, you got kids coming in asking for $250,000. You got parents. I won't say people's name, but you got parents that's over here asking for $1.5 million. Then for the school to take care of their away flights and all this and everything else. I'm like, bro, how can you? Where'd that come from? But I done heard so many conversations where these people are asking for stupid cash. I'm like, bro, I mean, I get it. I get it. Y'all may not think y'all kids may not make it. This might be y'all biggest payday, but like, have confidence in your kids. And once your kids starts to play, or if he start playing as a true freshman, and no NIL deals start to come, then you can try to go out and make as much money as you can. Branding is what it is. You got to brand yourself. Your name is your corporate, as your 500 corporate, as your 500 Fortune company. That's just what it is. Your name is your company. So anything that's around your name, your friends, everybody else, if you let them fuck up your name, they fucking up your business. So they got to understand what they put on social media, what they do in certain stuff. It's not the school stopping you from making your money, stopping yourself from making money. So if you want to be out there, you want to throw gang signs, you want to throw whatever you want to throw up, and you sit here doing all this on social media, like what you expect for these people to say, nah, I don't want this kid. You hurt your own money. Or who you hang around with. You think these companies ain't asking these folks who you hanging around with? You think these people don't have people following you trying to figure out what you really do? Man, y'all would be stupid. People will be stupid if you don't think that. Just as like the NFL people, you don't think they have people from the FBI understanding your full entire background? and they go watching around, go watch who you hang around with. It's the same thing with college football and NIL stuff. They're not finna just give you a shitload of money just because. But I like the way Georgia do theirs. I like the way they find people.
I ain't know they find people. I just know this. It is what it is with Georgia. They tell you, you come, this is what we pay. You come here to make the league. We'll figure it out later on the back end. But you come here,
exactly.
You're going to make your money if you come here and do what we tell you to do.
My point exactly. They find people, though, too.
Rightfully so.
And you should. Especially if it's coming from the school. If I got to pay you from the school money, hey, bro, I'm going to fine you every single time I try to get that money back. So if you're late to a meeting, I'm going to fine you. If you're late to school, I'm going to fine you. If you miss a treatment, I'm going to fine you. That's just what it is. That's what would happen in the NFL. And matter of fact, if you late to a meeting, that's $10,000. If you miss a meeting, it's $27,000.
If you're not dressed accordingly,
5. Come on, dog. Y'all want to be treated like NFL players that the colleges should put into a rule. We're gonna start finding players, and they gotta pay NIL money, and they can donate it back to whatever charity they want to, and you can sign off a check for it to whatever company, whatever charity you want for it.
It's kind of what you just talked about beforehand. If people who don't know, this is Antonio Cromartie, former defensive back from Florida State, Chargers, Jets. I missed another. It was just Chargers and Jets, right?
I got Chargers, Jets, Arizona, and then Indy.
Okay, that's right. I forgot. That's why you was showing us the spots in downtown when we was in downtown Indy, man. So
yeah, man. You know, I was there for 6 weeks.
Oh, man, I said stop recruiting these kids listening to Skinny Jeans rap. Hey, man, listen.
What do you think? Stop recruiting these kids.
Hey, man, have you seen the comments on Jaden and Miles from my Texas thing when I said I'm never betting against Kirby? Boy, they killing me right now. Kirby done lost the game. And if the Ole Miss, man, and now they making it seem like I just said I ain't know Texas had them boys in their booty shaking and popping in the locker room. If I'd have known that, I wouldn't have bet against Georgia for that game. I thought Texas was going to win, but yeah, it's an interesting world with a lot of these things and a lot of the ways that they navigate. But one of the different things that a lot of people don't realize, what I keep trying to tell people, is and I know the bag man exists, but if you believed in the bag man, and you believed NIL has always been here. So, just chill out.
Always.
Money has always been in college football. You just kind of have a better idea.
Why you think SMU got the death penalty? Why you think UNLV got what they got when they had you know what I'm saying? Like the bag man has always been around.
Hell,
why you think Alabama was on probation during that whole time?
Yeah. If I'd have known Nevin Shapiro was out there paying for abortions and giving people money and shit, I might have rethought what I was talking about doing, man. Miami look fun as hell down there, man. Like it just.
Yeah, listen, man. Bagman has always been around. It just now it's legal.
Yeah, man. So, but nah, it's actually funny too. We got this kid. Fortunately, he's going to Miami better keep recruiting him. I say that. Just keep recruiting him. We got this kid Drake. I got to send you his film. He did something in practice today. They was like, man, I ain't never seen a DB do that since Crow. I said, let me tell you the difference between him and Crow. I said, Crow would have caught it. He reached back and he batted down a pass that nobody else could do that we play. I said, the difference.
This the one you're telling me about?
Drake is not. Yeah, Drake is.
This is legit you're telling me about?
No. The jit that I'm telling you about is Bryson Wright.
Okay. All right.
We're going to talk about him. That motherfucker right there, boy. He a handful, but.
Hey, I hate to say it. You're going to have players going to be a goddamn handful. You just got to have the right coach that know how to handle them.
Listen, man, his dad is on point, and they like, why does Bryson get to do it? I said, because you can't do what Bryson do. I said, listen, man, I hate to tell you, it's called pretty girl privilege. Though. Like he got that in football. Like that.
Hey, man, we all had. Well, think about it, Jay. We all had it. Me, Gavin, Pat, Buddy Williams, Ryan Gilliam. We all had it. We couldn't do no wrong,
brother. Like again, it's the American way. Be really, really good at something, and then you get to do what you want to do. Like that's just. how it works sometimes.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, we had some other people had some other questions in the chat.
What other questions we got?
I didn't want to keep them here all day.
Nah, you good, bro.
Okay. What we got is again. This is me and us doing the if in the perfect world. Actually, no, this is what we're gonna do. If Antonio Cromartie got the job, we figured out a Deion Sanders thing where we just skipped all the processes and you became head coach of Florida State. What is your dream staff at Florida State, or what is a good staff? What is a staff that you would like to see if you got a chance to hire?
If I had a chance to hire, I go get Dennis Thurman, defensive coordinator that was with Deion, but now he's in Hawaii. Coached me in the NFL too. Great developer in the defensive back room. Another guy would bring in the secondary would be Dwayne Thomas, who worked at LSU with what's the DB coach that's over there right now? I forgot your boy name. That was at UF.
I know
but he was an assistant under him. I will keep Ernest Sims as my linebacker coach.
All right.
Should I even try to see if I can bring Trap Ass back over here to be my defense coach? Because Odell, it's just time for some new stuff to come in. Like I would have Trap as my interior D line. I hire a guy named Jeff Weeks as my outside D line. I'm gonna say my defensive end, basically outside linebackers, offensive coordinators. Honestly, bro, I would probably go get my boy Brennan over there at UNLV.
Yeah,
as my offensive coordinator.
We big fans of him over here.
My
go offense.
My receiver coach, I would probably get a guy named by the name of Tyrone Carrier. He's at Temple right now. That's the guy that I would probably get to be my receiver coach. My running back coach, I will keep the running back coach that we have there right now.
Okay.
And O-line coach, I'm sorry to tell you, I'll bring Atkins back. What else we got? Quarterback coach?
Yeah, or if you want a tight end, who's your okay, so you would have Gogo as the QB coach or what would you have him?
QB. He'll be OC QB.
All right. So you got a tight end coach.
So I just need a tight end coach. Yeah, that's gonna be my only thing. I don't know who. I don't trust a lot of people with tight ends, dog. It's not a lot of great tight end coaches that's out there.
Bucket.
Give me one.
Bring back Lily, dog. Lily been in the league, dog. He been with Carolina. He been back. Bring Lily dog back.
That's true.
So Lily was a recruit. Lily old school recruiting coordinator. So like he knows he can get out there, get him a little bit, man.
But this is my thing. We don't add our tight end to our game plan at all.
Nah.
So what's the point of having a tight end coach?
I mean, fair enough. We got to recruit. We got two good ones now, though.
I know we do.
So really one because I know that's not why Amari came there. So like I'm still trying to. If Amari can rush the passer, let him rush the passer.
I think you got to really like sit down and really think about what kind of coaching staff that you really want. Because I mean, from an OC standpoint, you can go get Brennan, you can go get GJ Kine over at Texas State. You know what I'm saying? Like there's guys that can get the ball out, spread the ball out, and that can help you get the ball out quick and help the offensive line when they got to block long. You know what I'm saying? So there's like I always say this: understand where your weaknesses are and game plan that way. That's what you have to do. Our offensive line wasn't that great this year, so you gotta get the ball out quicker. You can't hold on to the ball. Short intermediate routes, you can't throw the ball down the field. Use your body type receivers and go from there. Run game will be more outside run game. Right? I will get my running backs on the edges. Yeah, I'm gonna run in between the tackles at times, but I'm gonna try to get to the edges. I'm gonna try to get as much as I can to the edges. So now when I do run inside zone, I'm good to go. I know how to get to the blocking scheme. I know how to move the defensive line. I can understand what the defensive line is doing. There's not much as an offensive line that you can do for your blocking scheme. It's really not. Especially in the pass game where you're going to Roger, three Louis, three Roger, whatever it is. Zone, man protect, 5-0 protect, slide protect. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's not much you can really do in the passing game. Now, running game, I can pull, I can double team to slip off to go to the linebacker. I can do certain things where I can get my cutoff block before I can get my cut back and everything else. I can get those certain things done on the offensive line. But we got to play to our strengths. We got to find out what players are really good at. That's why I say when you actually recruiting players, understand what they're really good at and how they can help your system. Because your system is built around your players, not your system. Your players can be built around your system because you got to adapt to what you have. And if you can't adapt with what you have, then that just shows you that you don't really try to make changes of what your players are really good at. You try to tell you, my system is my system, I'm going to run it. No, you may have guys that do certain things really well, use them that way in situations, understanding the situations, but also use them in other places where you can hide it, where they're not being exposed. That's defense too.
Got a game plan around your weaknesses, man. So, all in all, man, I love the fact that we got you on. I need to get you on for really just a good dope boy segment. I can't do that. I got to talk about. Got some other things to talk about, like Le'Veon Bell not operating in his true. Hey, I guess we could do this. Have you ever, be careful who's. This is something you can teach young men. We all can teach them. Be careful with them DMs you slide in. You got to do your research on them chicks' page. Well, on them identifiers pages these days, if you gotta be careful. Like, hey, listen, it ain't looking good. The defense ain't helping them right now. I can tell you that much. But
I would never. First off, I would have never came out with any statement.
When he said he said this is the last time I'm gonna touch on that. Like, whoa, wording, phrasing, brother, phrasing right now. Like, but now, man, we gotta talk. I gotta break down this northern. I gotta break down this stuff, and then we'll talk about this, man. But it was good, fun having you on, and I appreciate you giving us some names. One, these are the thoughts. These are the thoughts of Antonio Cromartie. These are not inside stuff. These are not necessarily guys that Florida State is going after. But at least I expect to see y'all start having educated conversations and going and looking up some of these names that he just dropped, so that when y'all are saying fire somebody, you can at least say, let's hire this person because I heard he's pretty good. So I do appreciate that too, man. And as always, man, love chopping it up with you, dog.
For sure, man. Always, dog.
And I'm rooting for you in this off season, getting the job. If nothing else, man, I hope to see you in Indy.
Wherever God got for me, dog, that's what He got for me. I ain't stunned. I ain't worried about nothing else.
Gotcha.
If I get ready, if I'm able to go home, great. All glory to God. But if I don't, I don't. That's why I got NFL.
Yeah, that's it, man. Appreciate you, bro. I'll chop it up with you later, man.
All right, out.
That's my guy, Antonio Cromartie, right there. Good stuff, man. I feel like this is when you need radio. I miss being on terrestrial radio. You got to have a break for this or something like that. I would put some video of me shooting guns, but last time I did that, YouTube threatened to demonetize my whole page all of a sudden. So, but Crow would be dope to have home, man. Him and Mike have talked. They spoke this summer about some different things. They spoke before that. So, I mean, Mike's got a lot of cool things going. One of the cool things that happens right now and why Mike made a lot of the firings, and for those who don't know, the off week is right here. So, like, that's why he did the things in which he did. It gives you an opportunity for those guys that you promoted to different positions so that they can be able to adjust to the new positions they got. But it also gives you an opportunity to solidify the what your next steps are going to be. And also talk and try to salvage the class. See, these are the things that Mike has to do right now. You have your QB1, you have your offensive lineman, and two offensive linemen in Peyton and Solomon Thomas. We'll get into some of that here very shortly. But I think a lot of people look at some of the stuff that has happened with my teammate before in the past, and they are great jokes and great trolls for that matter. Especially with him not was it Drake said one of my dogs got 3 kids and they all 3 or something like that. He did the Hard Knocks, man. Trust me, he knows his kids. Trust me, he's actually a really involved father. There's a lot of those different things, and the NFL blessed him. So he's also very knowledgeable about football. But if you want to look at his resume, this was his resume with recruiting right here. We didn't get a chance to bring it up while we had him on. Nah, my bad. We just we try to get as many questions as we can. We didn't want to bury all of it, but we will. But now moving forward, like here's the best way for you to get your questions answered: super chat. And the reason why I say that super chat highlights it and it sticks it up there for a while so we can see it. Like when you just kind of just everybody's in the chat commenting, it kind of like gets blurry. Panama Jack asked, does anybody want DJU back? Will he be better in a different system? I did, but now I what I want now is if we, and I believe we're going to bring in bring the go-go offense to Florida State. If we bring the go-go offense to Florida State, we bring whoever go-go want in from the transfer portal. That's the quarterback that we bring in. So get DJ out. Timothy King puts, what about Jim Leonard? I actually just found out today. I was not aware that Norvell and Jaden, can you do the research? Look to see. I think somebody told me that Norvell and Jim Leonard worked together. I did not realize that. If that happened, Jim Leonard is dope. A lot of people don't remember one of my first articles when Tag was coming in. Jim Leonard was one of the guys that he was trying to hit on. I went viral. Wisconsin did not want Jim Leonard to leave. Those people were very, very upset about Jim Leonard potentially leaving. This is when you know you got something good, when they got to answer you in a press conference, and Jim had to answer it in the press conference. So, but hey, listen, we got all of that stuff going. Do all the quarterbacks get a fair shot at practice to move up on the roster? What's the ceiling on Trevor Jackson? I think Trevor Jackson's ceiling is extremely high. I like him. He's just not ready right now. And I do believe in the spring, they will get an opportunity. They all right now with the spring with a new offensive coordinator, new life. They all get an opportunity to push and press forward. I think Scott Frost would be interesting. Scott Frost would be an interesting hire. I doubt he comes here. I would look for Scott Frost more so at – what's up, buddy? What are you crying about, man? Dad, and I know you see Dad right here recording, man. So I can't help you right now. You got to talk. The table was on the floor and it broke. That's not my problem. I'll handle that in a little bit, buddy. Love you. Scott Gogo would be the quarterback coach, more than likely, or a wide receiver coach. Scott Frost. Are we hiring a recruiting director? Right now we have Derek Graves, general manager, and we have Chuck. What's Chuck's last name? I can't think of Chuck's last name, but Chuck is the I think the director of recruiting. So right now they're both hired. Have no idea. How do we keep the culture with the NIL when some of these guys are here for 1 to 2 years? I think guys like JUCO players, it's very not every roster is full of transfer portal players. I want you to realize every year, every school has to replace 30 players. Between seniors, between guys leaving early and guys that they have to push out. Like, go look at the rosters. I promise you go do the research. That's me doing not hard research. That's me just doing basically off the dome. But trust me, it's not as prevalent as what the articles are writing. You know what? If it was as bad as the articles write, you know what they wouldn't be doing? Participating in the transfer portal and NIL. There are some people who do that, but even what Crow said, and for most of it, the vast majority of players aren't making that much money. It is very NFL-like. So when you look at NFL rosters, there's the top 5% of the roster that's making all the money. Everybody else is getting a little trickle down economics. So it's not what you guys think. It's not Chuck Pagano. Shit, now you're making me mad because I don't remember his name. I won't call him what we called him when he was an equipment manager. I have respect for Chuck. Would you take Kevin Jennings from SMU if he hit the transfer portal? Yeah, if that's the quarterback from, I haven't really been paying attention to the transfer portal. Castellanos is a phenomenal athlete who can throw the ball. I'm sure he can be pretty good. I promise you he would make way more money if he learned how to run slants, digs, and comebacks. Depending on who is hired, can the class be salvaged and even improve? I know time is short, though. I don't know. It all depends. Luke, one of these days I love you to death. One of these days you're gonna learn to listen. But I don't think we're losing that kid right there. SMU does not have more money than God. They have a lot of money. As a guy who saw SMU's campus and their facilities, that's how I know they don't. Some of you guys go off of rumor mill. I invite you guys to come check out a game. If you were part of the all-in membership, you could have got the big game experience, and you could have came and saw the SMU game the way that I saw the SMU game. Very, very beautiful campus. Facilities, leave something to be desired. But anyways, Jaden, let's go with the show. Let's get the show going to where we think. Don't get me started on Miami losing to Georgia Tech, man. That shit still fucking hurts. Y'all realize I had a 9-leg parlay. 8 of my legs behaved. Only 1 leg didn't behave, and that was fucking Miami. I hit it right now. Depending on how this NFL Monday night game goes, I've already cashed out, but I'm probably going to hit all 12 of my legs on that parlay. I would have never thought in a million years Miami would have been the team to fuck me over and lose to Georgia Tech. But just like when I had to pay all that fucking money for Florida State losing to Miami, leave it to them to fuck me over, man. Oh, man. But, yeah, Dow, the irony of football. Anyways, I got to get this. Miami's 9-1 and will be 11-2. Wait a minute. Yeah, they'll be 11-2 and not make the playoffs. But yes. All right, let's go to today's show. Let's get this breakdown of what we got going. So y'all got to lead Miles or Jaden. We got to use the. Sorry.
If it's a video, I'm not sure if it's a
I
video.
don't know what you got, Andre. Andre got gave $1.99 but didn't do anything. Oh, that's what it is. Florida State. Are we legit back to back to back to back? No, I did that wrong. Go back and go to the actual real thing. So that says 2019. So we're back to back to back to back to back to back. ACC champions. Damn, that's crazy. Florida State. So we are a football school. That's what people need to realize. I don't want to argue with y'all. Don't talk to me if y'all haven't won an ACC championship in soccer in the last 6 years. If your team ain't out here competing and winning playing championship level soccer, championship level football, I don't want to hear anything about it. Shout out to my Knowles. We doing our damn thing. So we got that going for us. With all else fails, just know we got women's soccer. We are a dynasty. Man, Andre, I would love to see Crow with FSU media too. Going into football coaching decisions, like we just talked about it, we'll read this right. Actually, you know what? You can go ahead and pull that up, and I'll read it on mine. It's a sad day. Again, one of the guys I love and respect. Also, men's basketball is 2-0, but also shout out to UNF. Swoop, two power 4 wins. They beat South Carolina and they beat Georgia Tech. I'm a fan of them. But Florida State, Norvell had not put out the press release announcing staff changes. Florida State football head coach Mike Norvell announced changes to his staff Sunday with the dismissals of offensive coordinator and offensive line coach Alex Atkins, defensive coordinator Adam Fuller, and wide receiver coach Ron Dugans. I appreciate the work these three men have provided over the last 5 years with me and at Florida State, Norvell said. They are all great men with families who have all poured into our program. We had many great moments together here, and I have never doubted their passion for our players and for Florida State. Unfortunately, we have not upheld the Florida State standard with our results on the field this season. I did not make any of these decisions lightly, but I felt changes need to be made to elevate our program back to where we all desire it to be. With 2 games remaining in the 2024 season, co-defensive coordinator / linebackers coach Randy Shannon will assume defensive coordinator duties, and additional responsibilities will be absorbed by current staff members. The Seminoles have an open date this week before hosting Charleston Southern on November 23rd and Florida on November 30th. Those coaches, Ron Dugans, former Seminole legend, been coaching around a lot of different places. A lot has been said about Dugans. We saw the thing that everybody put in. Somebody sent me a message saying that the coach that Keon Coleman blasted was fired. And I'm like, man, I really wish we could figure out different ways to line things up. That young man was not it didn't happen the way that they wanted to happen. I think Dugans is a good coach. Actually, the craziest thing, believe it or not, all three of these guys will land somewhere. Now, will they get paid as much money as they got paid at Florida State? Probably not. But I think they will prosper. I think they will flourish. And what people have to realize, I think people are harping on the roughly over $7 million, $7.25 million, if I remember correctly, that will be owed to these three coaches in buyouts. But how buyouts work, again, I think unless these guys out of spite decide not to work, I think they're going to be more than fine. I think Alex Atkins will get another job somewhere. I think he's a good offensive line mind. I think he's going to be able to coach. These are guys that I'm going to personally all reach out to and make sure that, hey, whatever, especially in recruiting, because I know they're going to be there. Whatever they need will be there. I'll be there for them. As people know, it hurts. The Fuller D definitely fucks up our Alpha Clinic.
Yeah,
fucks up a lot of shit, man. Yeah, we got to come up with something different. Maybe we'll hire a different coach with a cool name. Maybe Go-Go. If you want to, if we get Go-Go, you want to Go-Go in the bedroom, we can Go-Go. But it hurts when you can't. Fuller D was really that was impactful. We don't have that anymore. But my son heard Adam Fuller when after he won his game. I told him he was sad, man. That's you guys who know Trey. Trey fucked with Adam Fuller, like it was crazy, and I really like these guys because they always asked about Trey every time they saw him. So Alex Atkins is also Alex Atkins and Duke. I lost two fellow brothers of the Leaf. They both smoke cigars. So now who am I going to bring cigars to? I don't know, but again, I hope the best. $2.7 million is a hard way, is not a bad parting gift. But these guys did not do it for do y'all I need help here. Somebody put Dale D-Nose 22, and shout out to D-Nose 22. He put, there isn't any coming back to having kids choose FSU because they just love the university and tradition. What world have y'all ever lived in, man? Y'all, if you truly, nobody has a skill set that makes them one of the elite. Because if you get a college scholarship, you're one of the top 2% in the nation. That only works in you guys' mind, man. I love my university. but I had choices. If I didn't go to Florida State, I would have loved the university that I went to. Like, guys, man, you guys don't have that kind of honor in your own lives. Like, why do y'all think that it should be so much different for other people when you like? Do y'all not have that on? Do y'all not choose jobs based on honor and tradition and commitment to the employer? Like, I get it. We love Florida State. I'm a fan now too. I grew up in Tallahassee, all that stuff. I love FAMU too. But like, y'all gotta stop that. We gotta learn a different way to think, man. Like, that's just not, nobody thinks that. No normal person thinks that way. You don't do anything else in your life like that. Like, let's just relax, vibe, and chill. And hopefully get guys like, man, can I read Renardo Green, like what his rookie coverage skills have been like before I get into the other stuff? It's crazy, man. He's got an 83.9 coverage grade. Like, this was from this week. He was targeted 5 times, 27 total yards allowed, 2 incompletions, and 2 incompletions forced and 2 pass breakups, man. God damn, Renardo Green is crazy, man. Kyle says he breaks down. Kyle, 2 weeks. Actually, I'm afraid. Like, what is it? If I go 6 weeks, that should be good, right?
Yeah.
That should be good. 6. Okay, I'm gonna go next week. I'm gonna go piss next week, and I'm gonna celebrate if I pass. But if I don't pass, it doesn't matter. Like, I'm not taking it again, so I won't be fired, man. But anyways, man, love Dugans. Unfortunately, had to go. Love Fuller. Unfortunately, had to go. Love Atkins. Unfortunately, had to go. Incredibly tough situation for Mike. And guess what's going to happen in the coming weeks? We're going to hear all kinds of rumors. We're going to hear all kinds of stuff. Like, you guys are going to, people are going to quote tweet or screenshot my dog Big Noel and his tweets, and they're going to send it to me and tell me, hey, did this really, really happen? Yeah. Luke, Mike's not gone. If Mike was gone, he would be fired. He'd be fired now. So, like, that's no troll. It's just nonsensical. But let's go ahead and look at the next thing. And, this is from 247. Mike Norvell announces who will serve as interim offensive line coach and wide receiver coach for the next 2 games. Is this something that we got to pay people for? Oh, no. Okay. Keep scrolling. So we got to pay these jokers for it. We're not doing it. I don't know who is it. Is Sanone right, this one? I want to give them props, make sure we properly credit them. Talking about Shannon. Okay, Norvell said Monday's press conference. It sounds like along the offensive line, multiple coaches will aid in coaching the group, but offensive line coach Gabe, is it Fertitta? I forgot. I know Gabe. Gabe's good. He'll be the guy who's going to be working with the offensive line. And scroll down is Guy. Yeah, Guy's going to be working with the wide receivers. Those are 2 long-term assistants that have been there. Yeah, so they also got Rick Stockstill and some other guys who are already as analysts. So, hey, what's wild is this? Is fans, they finally fired somebody and finally made something happen. And coaches and fans are like, why did y'all fire him?
Of course.
It's just like fans, like, with kid decommits, why would you decommit? You've been literally saying for weeks, why would anybody want to come here? And when the kid says, I don't want to come here, now you're acting shocked. Like, we gotta kill this, man. Yeah, that's what I need y'all to do. Take a second and push the like button. On all the platforms, YouTube, Facebook, any of those different things. Please make sure you click that. Have no idea where the odds are going. Florida State lost 52-3. I missed my flight. I'm glad I missed my flight. I fell asleep. I didn't realize they scored 21 points in the 4th quarter. Scoring 21 points in the 4th quarter makes me wish Bobby wouldn't have pulled up in 2003 when we gave them their worst home loss in Notre Dame history. This is actually, ironically, I thought it would have been better. But 453 yards of total offense is a lot. 208 yards of total offense is not. 88 yards passing Here's one thing I would like us all to admit.
Yeah.
I was off. I could not ever imagine. There's nothing you can do to tell me that we're 1-9, except for show me that we're 1-9. This season is really, really like I've never seen anything like this. Like it almost feels like these guys are taking it like they're not being held against their will. Like they're acting like Mike goes to the dorms and claps everybody up and rounds them up with guns. They get chained and shackled to the bus. The bus takes them to the plane. They fly and then they drop them off in these remote places. And then they force them to play a football game. Or they force them to play a football game and they got their families held at will.
The fourth quarter had backup second and third string.
That's quitting. That means you quit. And my only knock outside of, Mike fired his coaches, I think, at the right. Like, firing your coaches with a bye week, I think, gives you more time to reestablish things, really set who you want to go out and recruit, do things properly in a different manner.
Man, them kids fired the coach. Losing 52.
But what I'm saying is as the kids, if I'm going to get fired, I'm going to go into part of me wants to do a drill of who I think may have quit. But I don't want to do that. But I would have watched film. And based upon film grades and different things, I'm going in and I'm pruning my team. Especially if I know firing is inevitable. Let's go ahead and get it out of the way. Don't go out there and please don't show me no fire, no grit. Like we can cut costs. 88 passing yards, man, is bad. And what's sad is they freeing the youngins, man. And they freeing the youngins. And have you ever heard the story of like some of y'all, not Rosa, Harriet Tubman with a shot? Like, Harriet Tubman is the lady who freed slaves. Like she got a lot of slaves of freedom. Some of these youngins, Harriet with a shot. They don't deserve to be freed. They deserve to sit and wait and learn how to play. And the talent will show. And people keep saying, why not play them? It can't be any worse. Every time y'all say that, have y'all really realized that how much worse it's gotten? Bench DJU, it can't be worse. Play the young. Then they played Brock. It got worse. Luke wasn't ready. What's wild in all of this is Riley Leonard proved how mid he is. If Riley Leonard was actually a good quarterback, this game would have been 52-0 before half. Or 52-3 before the half. Riley was figuring out creative ways to throw incompletions. Bro, when they went up, when it was 31-3, I said, man, you know what, man? I have smoked my cigar. I have had my night. I bet the over for those who didn't. I didn't bet the Notre Dame to win. I didn't bet Florida State to lose. I just bet the over of the point total. And I knew this was going to be the outcome. It's a poor display, and we're undisciplined. Like we lost time of possession, we lost yards, we lost penalties, and I'm sure we lost turnovers. When we lost sacks, we gave up 3 sacks, if I remember correctly, to one player, and he was counting, and he did his hat trick, and they did this little T thing. I think that's what it is. I didn't like it. Didn't like it at all. Not 1 minute. Again, man, it's actually, you know what? Luke brought up a good point. It ain't the 31. It ain't losing to Florida that would be the coffin. I don't know if we lose to Charleston Southern if you can have 2 FCS losses on your resume, man. That'd be tough, man.
I can't even enjoy Miami's loss.
Yeah, man. Actually, no, I did. I did not because I lost money.
Yeah, that hurt.
That's what hurt is losing money. Miami got to win out. Miami couldn't afford to have lost that game with the roster. Luckily, we did with Miami what they did to us. We suck, and Miami sucked last year, so they weren't ranked, and we couldn't use that as a quality win.
Well, with the new playoff, they should be able to get it.
They got to win.
They got to win out.
If they lose, if a 2-loss Miami team doesn't get in,
who else can run mean, their defense is atrocious. So if anybody's gonna beat them, it's just someone who can keep the ball.
SMU.
Oh, they got SMU next.
That's what they'll play in the ACC. I don't. Oh, their regular season schedule. No, they're not.
Yeah.
Actually, let's look at who else does Miami have. Let's make sure. Let's just. Actually, not Luke. No, go into the comments. Luke probably done commented who they got left. Oh, maybe not. Reggie puts, if we don't win at least 6 games next year, then these firings will be deemed senseless. If we don't win 6 games next year, then everybody's getting fired. So, like, that would be the case. But I think next year they win 7 or 8. The schedule is favorable, except for Alabama. I mean, like, obviously, Alabama's not great. But we
Sports in Syracuse.
That's what they have. All on part of Georgia Tech. Quarterbacks that are scrappy, that don't mind running. Wake Forest got that funky offense. The slow mesh. It just depends. I think Miami's defensive line can cut it on at any given point. So do we have any more Florida State related stuff? Because I want to do fantasy, my fantasy staff. Or I'm gonna do what I believe happens. Oh God. FSU and National Set. No, man, listen, I don't want to. We have. Bottom line is we're really bad.
Yeah.
We're really bad. Here's the interesting thing. So let's talk about recruiting. A lot of guys reacted to the firings. One kid who's committed to Oregon reacted to the Atkins firing, saying this guy turned Florida State around. Solomon says, not gonna lie, NGL, y'all messed up firing my coach. And then he says it's about money. You know what? You're right. Fine. I'll keep my mouth shut until it actually happens. But I'm gonna be honest with you, Saul. You could have probably been more vocal. If this is how you feel, right? Back your coach. Like, truly state, put it out there. Like, that's how you really feel. Put it out there. But the reality is and I don't blame him. So can I preface this? I don't blame him. I don't blame him because when you go 1 and you lose people for going. Coaches get fired for going 1-9, right? You know what else happens when you go 1-9? You lose recruits. So don't miss us. Like, really, just stall us out, brother. Stall us out when you say you that this is going to be the reason you decommit. Like, love you to death. You're an extremely talented player. I think you're going to do something. I think you're going to do very well in life and on the football field. But my brother in Christ, this ain't the reason why that's not the reason you were going to decommit from Florida State. The only I'm not Christian, but as a solid Christian young man, one of them deacon board ass motherfuckers, you know that's not the truth. You know that's not the truth, brother. So like this, let's chill on that one. And when he says it's a business decision, it ain't even that. I mean, I won't speak as Ken. That's not one of my guys, but like, it's just like, I'll be honest with you. If Tony Tokarz gets fired, that's not the reason why Tramel Jones would decommit. Tramel might if Tony's fired, Tramel will have a reaction, but that won't be the reason why. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, let's not do this. Like, again, that's just not the truth at all. But even going into this, before we get into that game and stuff like that, but Tramel, a lot of people have asked me about that. I think the news will come sooner or later, but I mean, if Solomon decommits, guys, like, I need y'all to not do that fucking overly righteous shit that y'all be doing. Like, How dare you decommit and not honor your commitments while y'all scream for coaches to get fired and the school to not honor the 2-year commitment? Like, because ain't nobody crying about Dugans, Fuller, and Atkins' commitment not being honored right now, right? They signed 2-year contracts. So, like, they should be able to finish out 2 years per the logic that you guys have. But kids who haven't signed anything. Or, like that's just all I'm saying, man. Like, let's just relax, man. Like, you don't have to be sophomorish. You don't have to be a dick because the little 17-year-old boy didn't operate in the manner in which you wanted to. People really people don't. Never mind. It's all good. But yeah, so like I said, I just don't like when it comes personal shots. None of this is personal. It's all business. I'll be honest with you. Is this a safe space? Safe space. I want my son to be good because he wants to be good. He might not be good. I hope he's good. I'm gonna do everything in my power to make sure he has all the tools to be as good as he can be. If we won at 9, my son not coming to Florida State. All right. Or, let me phrase it. It'll be his job, right? It'll be his decision. But I'm going to exercise everything to make sure we're making the right decision. You feel me? Like, more than likely, he'll go where there's family because he's really into that kind of stuff. Even if it's family he doesn't know. It's probably going to, if I had to guess, if you had to guess, do you know where his number 2 school would be? If he, by the time, I have an idea. It's not right now, but I really think when it's all said and done, he will. If this school recruits him, Florida State will have a fight.
I can't even think.
Ohio State.
Really?
You know why? I don't talk shit about my family members who I don't necessarily care for or don't care for. Like, I just make sure he thinks his granddad is a superhero. And my father lives in Columbus. So he would literally that Trey has been everywhere in the world. And he tells his teachers, if you can go any place in the world, not America, in the world, where would you want to go? Columbus, Ohio. They're like, huh? Columbus, Ohio? Why the fuck would you want to go to Columbus, Ohio? And they're like, are you? But yeah, so. Oh, wow, Till Dog. Some of these Till Dog says some of these kids haven't even got laid yet. And y'all all over them because of tough decisions. Some of these people who are all over them, Till Dog, haven't been laid either, man. And man, imagine when you have all these different women's to choose from and you don't know what to do, man. Ariel, I think that's how you say your name. Hopefully I said it right. Yes, we agree. Something had to be done. So going into all of that, if anybody has questions with Florida State recruiting or any of these different things, this would be the time to speak now before I go on and complain about how Miami fucked up my parlay. But obviously at head coach, we have Miguel Blanco, a.k.a. White Mike, a.k.a. Mike Norvell. Our OC, and we'll just say QB coach. I'm just going to call him Go. Go. How we go. Win is gone to going to Georgia. For somebody who asks how I feel about win. Running back coach, I'm with my guy Crow. Keep yak. Give me that yak. Now, offensive line coach, unlike y'all and everybody else, I will not pretend to know who the fucking great offensive line coaches are. I will do some research and I will bring that to you guys. So, no clue. shit, if y'all want to bring Walter Jones or some of these greats back, bring them back. Tight end coach. I saw somebody make sure we put, Adazio would be great. Yeah, that is a good one, but I don't know if there's a relationship with Mike. I have to go look at Mike's tree and see who are some of these guys. Now, wide receiver coach. Now, let me pull this, my handy dandy thing here. See if it's still here. Damn, hold on, man. Where my dog at? Took some notes earlier today. If you want to look at, do anybody like how Louisville's wide receivers play? Anybody in the chat, if you've watched how those guys have played, feel free to make a comment here. My bad. Damn. Over here, forgetting names. Oh, yeah. My bad. I got the wrong name. Wide receiver coach, I'm going to put Taekwon Underwood. That's the name for you guys to go look up. Taekwon Underwood. Sorry for my chicken scratch handwriting. And I like what Garrett McGee does. Now, if you can somehow get him, because everybody's sitting here asking about my guy from Ohio State. If he's coming to just coach wide receivers, then great. But that would be my two choices there. Another choice that I would love, I know this wouldn't happen, and I don't think this should happen. Indiana's quarterback coach. If we wanted to bring him as OC, that would be great. Tell you guys the names. I just like how I like how they be throwing it, how they spread it around. Now I know the head coach and Mike have history. Heartline, that's it. Who I was thinking about? Heartline. Everybody's bringing up Heartline. I don't have any Heartline connections or anybody that says Heartline. If he comes, great. Don't really give a fuck. Would love Mike Shanahan to come here, but I know that's not happening. More than likely, he's already there. But Mike Shanahan, or that would be my reach goal. You can overpay. But Tino Sinceri, obviously, if anybody knows his dad, one of the great defensive minds, Sal, it's pretty fucking good there. Now, if something were to happen to Yak, which I don't think will happen, I think he'll be good in all of this. Go bring me Meatball from Ohio State. A lot of people don't remember him. He was originally on Mike's staff when he came here, and then he left to go to Western Kentucky. Went to I don't even know Meatball real name. That's crazy. I gotta say as Meatball. Sagno, if Dirk Cutter's still around, Dirk Cutter old, man. I trained Dirk's kids when he was the offensive coordinator here at Florida State. I'm not Florida State, excuse me. The offensive coordinator here in Jacksonville for the Jaguars. Man, what? I can't think of Meatball's real name. Boy, this one of them hits get to you, man. I know too many people, man. Yeah, I got it looked up here. Carlos Lachlan. My bad. Coach Locks. That's what it was. Coach Locks. That's funny, man. How you ever get just locked into nicknames? Like you just yeah, I'm like Meatball. Bring me Meatball. Like that's not his name, man. Wait a minute. Oh, Tony Alford, running backs coach for he's at Michigan. But yeah. Anyways though, so you got those guys offense. I'll get some more information for O-line tight end. I actually like Coach Thompson. I'm cool with that. Now, if we're going to the defense, I'm not even gonna hold you. When I found out that Jim Leonard is on that tree, did we find out about Jim Leonard on that tree? If anybody knows what, because I don't know where they would have coached that. Mike only coached so many places, but if we can get Jim Leonard, great. I'm going to tell you, and again, these are guys that I know. Well, they can get ties. They have. I like Brian Williams. He's the defensive coordinator at Maryland right now. I really like him in as a recruiter. Brian Williams is a really, really great recruiter. And I like D. Nick as a linebackers coach. I need to get D. Nick and Brian Williams in some capacity. Now, Brian Williams can coach D-line or linebackers. Both of those guys have gone through all the different processes. Both of those. Now, here's the wild part. So with Garrett McGee, right? Garrett McGee coming with cats, in my opinion. Go coming with cats. You need somebody who coming with cats. If they ain't got cats, I don't want them back. If they ain't got cats, I don't want them back. Brian and D. Nick gonna come with cats. Reggie Martin, you goddamn right. I want Bob Stoops. If we had Bob Stoops, none of this shit would have happened. I probably wouldn't be on. I wouldn't be here. I'd probably be national breaking that shit. So that'll give us a D-line and linebacker coach. Bring me Crow 1-3 in some capacity. I like Pat. I'm not sure if if Pat is staying in college or going to the NFL. I like Pat too. I know a lot of people don't like Papuchas, but I like Papuchas. I like saying his last name. And Yanni, you're right. We need some off-field coaches. Off-field coaches, we're going to start with this one right here. Let me see, move this microphone. Start. Oh, shit. Did I do that or you did that?
I did.
Damn. All right. Can y'all see this? Shit. Off-field coach. I'm going to start right here. Yanni, the most important off-field coach that Florida State can hire. Most important. This y'all listening. James Williams, if we could keep Odell around and Randy as analysts, that would be great. Shh, I need y'all to listen. Tell your friends I'm about to give y'all a break. Listen, this is the most important off-field coach. You know, somebody said that this isn't the right way to do it, but this is what I'm going to do. Here's the most important coach. This is what it's going to cost you. But what is it? Was it work from home? Work from home. This gonna get you. I'm gonna get you Savannah down to Jax through St. Augustine, all the way to Daytona. What Rat says he can get, I'm gonna take you I-4 corridor through Orlando into Tampa. I got my connections there. Grew up with some of the best coaches there. Matter of fact, we're going to swim. You can swim or you can ride back up the state. Actually, no, I don't go to some of those places. They're a little too red for me. Nothing wrong with you guys, but just a little too red for me. We're going to swim back up and we're going to go to Tally. You will not lose in your backyard in Tallahassee. In particular, you will not lose kids on the south side of Tallahassee because this guy happens to be Tallahassee Payne, like the south side hero. We're going to go this way west. We're going to get you a little P-Cola action. And then we're going to come right through here. I don't know nobody in Albany, but we'll get right boom right there. We'll get you that at ATL Metro. There's one guy who got the connections that could get you all of that. That guy goes by the name of James Anthony Coleman Deuce. Don't you say junior. Don't you say junior. You say, I'm the second. I'm not a junior. It's a difference. Now, D-Shaw, you know what? You right. My bad. I forgot I was a beach bum in Brevard County. We're gonna change this. My bad. You right. We go to Chocolate City every year for Thanksgiving. Now, you don't want me in Tallahassee. You don't want me in the desk. I'll report to Tallahassee. Like, I'll come there and like we'll chop it up, okay? I will report to whoever you want me. You want me to report to D-Ray? You want me to report to Chuck? You want me to report directly to you? I will do whatever you need me to do. But what you want me in these streets. We're going to get you a list. I'm going to tell you need to talk to this. Don't talk to them. Don't talk to the auntie. The auntie crazy. The auntie trying to buy. This is a new auntie. You got to talk to the school bus driver. I'm going to tell you all the people that we got to talk to. We're going to get this thing done. You give me $250 and a budget. We're going to get everybody that you want in that area, in that radius right there. That's me. Now, heavily in that area. Oh, my bad. You can't see that. Heavily in Jacksonville. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you, you can get Savannah without me now. And it ain't even going to cost you that much money. You know who got Savannah on lock, right? Rob DeLoach. He got the factory. You just going over there, you talk to OG Rob DeLoach, and OG Rob DeLoach is going to tell you who you need to talk to, and he's going to make you some oxtails. Now, in this city right here, right there, Tallahassee, Florida, listen, man, better ask somebody. Better ask who the mayor of Tallahassee, Florida is. It ain't Delaney. Why you think I got the biggest book bag drive you ain't never heard of out there? And I ain't not nan bit of violence ever happened over there off of Bond in the Bond community when I'm doing that kind of stuff, man. It will be a quick resurgence. Actually, to be honest with you, now if you want it for 2025, you gotta give me retro act. I want you get me $250. Oh boy, oh hell yeah, my bad sack. No, we need to get Antonio Carter. I don't know. Antonio Carter off field. Yeah, Antonio Carter definitely. I know Antonio Carter, that motherfucker right there. Antonio Carter, Mike Gaines, all them cats. But let me I want my back pay though. So like you gotta give me a quarter. You gotta give me $250,000 for 2024 now. If you want this class, I'll get you some cats in this class now. I'll make sure it happens now. You want Drake? I'm just like hey man, listen, man. A lot of this is in tongue. Now, real talk though. Now, if they pay me $250,000 to let me keep doing what I do and do that, all bets are off, man. I will clean up. T Fish, yo, that's the name, but I don't know. I know there's not the relationship there, but I can help establish the relationship. There's not the relationship with D Nick, but I can get him the relationship. But yeah. You're gonna find out now. What we need is we need an eater on this staff. Yeah, it sounds wild, but no, it sounds wild, but it's exactly what. Like again, you don't need to know what I'm doing, Mike. This is why you don't bring me into Tallahassee. Okay, don't bring me in. You don't need me there. You need me in these streets. Okay. You want me out here making shit happen. Don't ask no questions. There's an ugly, we recruiting mamas out here. There's an ugly mama. We're doing what we got to do if the prospect is. We're going to have a sheet. Hold on, let me erase this. We will have, I'm telling you guys, y'all don't want to know this shit. Y'all be saying y'all want the inside information. Y'all don't really wanting the inside information. This is the real. Now, it's some jokes. It's a little bit of jokes. Did I tell y'all about my dog Corn? I'm out my dog Corn. Jimbo was ready to fly my dog Corn to Texas because that mama said he looked like a whole snack. And he was ready to make Corn do whatever was necessary to come back with that commitment. So we will have a star ranking system. 5-star mamas ain't no limit. This is where my boy Tommy Gaines comes into play. Now, Tommy's a Florida State fan, but Tommy's an eat a booty gay. So we need Tommies of the world to come out here. And if we got a good mama right now, we need him. We're going to just send him the text message EAB. Now, 4-star moms, some caveats. How important is this position to us? Like, is a quarterback? We couldn't get a 5-star quarterback. Do we not have enough depth at this position? Okay. All right. Got to figure out what we're going to do here. Now, we ain't going out here selling out for fucking 3 stars, man. I don't give a fuck how good, unless it's a kicker, because that's a 5-star for a kicker. We ain't selling out for this. Now, this isn't just to appease the moms. I need some of y'all to operate in y'all truth. If you a whore, we need whores on the team. We need a good, solid whore. Like, because daddies need to, because I'm going to tell you this, honest to God's truth. If I told somebody, when I saw Miami put all them boys on a fucking boat with no women, we would have walked out of Miami on our visit. You are insinuating that my son is a part of that community. And we do not, no judgment to them, but that is not how we operate. There needs to be some whores. And we need a good whore. God-fearing whore. Going out there earning her keep. Now, we need one with 5 stars. We need that dad looking himself in the mirror we need video. Diddy style. We are literally coming in and saying, hey, listen, Mr. Coleman, we got you on film, sir. You were enjoying yourself. She had we got you in a compromising position, sir. Now, all I'm saying is we got this dotted line here in December. If you sign here, nobody needs to know that you had your legs all the way up in the air, sir. and she was humming Negro spirituals inside the tank. We don't need to, nobody needs to know that, sir. But if he goes to our rival, we have means to make sure everybody that the deacon board sees this, sir. We're going to get him Le'Veon. What we're going to do with the real good one, we have to skip all of this other stuff. We are going to Le'Veon Bell. We're going to get him trapped with the Le'Veon Bell. You know about Le'Veon Bell? Le'Veon Bell is a guy who votes against his own best interest. He said that he doesn't want guys sharing the locker room with his daughter. Like, he doesn't want girls stuff like that. But he doesn't mind sharing the bed with them. He just doesn't want his daughter playing with the locker room with them.
Both of those things happen in a quick span of time.
The best Twitter thing is this you? And he got this you'd.
That's crazy. Oh no, man! It's dangerous out here.
It's right, but the thing is I first wanted to agree with him. I said, "Hey, man, it looked like a," you know what I'm saying? But then when you look at the page,
oh really?
all she talking about is tugging sausage. So like you slide in that DMs, dog. You made a choice.
Yeah, 100%.
That's what I'm saying. So we going was Xavier Worthy's? No, this is quick. Can we look up Xavier Worthy, please? I need to see what rank Xavier Worthy was, because there are going to be exceptions to the rules. Because if Xavier Worthy wasn't a 5-star, like, I'm not going to stop my good 5-star beaters from blessing people.
4 stars.
Like, no, yeah, I'm saying, like, if Xavier Worthy was a 4-star prospect, we're going to treat Xavier Worthy's mother like a 5-star.
He is. It says 4 stars here.
Okay, so like we would give him she would get. I would say do the Lord's work. Do your bidding. Whatever you feel is necessary. But like Jennifer Fields, like was Akeem Dent. Any OG fifth quarter subscribers knows my affinity for Akeem Dent's mom. Like, you got to do, but Akeem was a 5-star. So, man, there ain't nothing wrong with that girl eye, man. I don't know what Luke saw that picture, man. Listen, Luke, the only person in America that don't like her. Like I'm like, shoot, man, listen, I'm gonna look her dead in that eye, if that's what it took. Like, plus we found out through Jamila that, hold on, make sure you should answer this. This is what you gotta have. If your female best friend don't answer foolishness, then what's the purpose of having a female best friend? Well, but again, this is how we would handle recruiting, guys. Recruiting needs to be at the forefront, and if they want to win, 250,000 gets you in. Hell, left eye was left eye because the eye was lazy, right?
That's what I always thought.
Damn, she didn't answer, so I can't get that medical. I can't get the medical definition though. Yeah, man, we need to make sure some of these grandmas, like, I'm getting older, dog. Some of these grandmas are I saw a bad grandma, dog. That threw me off, man. Like I don't know, if my age adjusts to like who you like. Is that how it happens? George Pickens was dumb. Is George Pickens' mom fine? Because if she dumb, because he dumb, if she dumb like him, then boy, I know that thing right. Because George Pickens is the one one of the first combine viral videos I had. They asked that man if they asked that man to read out loud, boy, that's what I'm talking about. Shout out to FSU women's basketball. I hate that it had to be FAMU. All right, so we finna let me see what else we got here with Jaden. If we got some other good stuff here, so we can wrap up, get dinner time. Kids got school in the morning. But y'all saw how, is anybody, again, y'all, if y'all would like to, because I know everybody like the screenshot. I'm half serious. I'm just joking unless they're gonna do it. But 250,000 and the ability to do stuff off the books so that we can do what's necessary. And you don't have to worry about me bragging about it. We gonna click. Oh, there we go. We got it. All right, hold on. Hey, Mila, what's up? Question. Got another medical question. I couldn't remember it. So there's a young lady well, I don't know the young lady's name at all. But the player's name is Xavier Worthy. His mother is about our age. Okay, I'm not gonna put that out there, but she's got a grown son. Okay. I believe you told me that we can heal cross. They say one of her eyes is a little droopy. Is it too late to change that? Or is it something like you just gotta if a Rolls Royce has a dent, it's still a Rolls Royce.
Nah, definitely she would need to have gotten that corrected as a younger person.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I mean, I just needed to get that. I don't want to ever say anything wrong and inaccurate when I don't have to be wrong and inaccurate. Question. So when do women start drying up? Damn, the camera just went off.
In their 40s.
In their 40s. So if we were recruiting moms at Florida State so that we could have a better recruiting, or let me rephrase that, because you can't just recruit moms, that's sexist. If we were recruiting dads, and I had some women who were experienced but getting longer in the tooth, is hormone replacement therapy, does that help with this?
Yes, it does.
Okay, so they would need more estrogen, right?
That is correct.
Okay, but like, did they get is it like shots and shit for that? I guess I could ask the clinic, but I don't know. I'm not there yet.
So there are different forms of estrogen that you can take. You can do either a pill, a patch, a ring, a gel, or that's it.
All right,
the
cool.
gel, so it's 5 forms. 5 forms you can do, but not an injection.
Because we don't have the natural recruiting tools that your alma mater has down in Miami.
Right.
But we have some old women that can get the job done in Tallahassee and will bake for people. So I'm just trying to figure out, because I'm going to propose to Mike Norvell, Coach Norvell at Florida State, all of these different things on how we can help our recruiting get better. So, but I just needed some of the medical stuff here just to make sure all my I's was dotted and my T's was crossed.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll talk to you later. Love you. Talk to you later. Bye.
All right, honey.
I'm saying, listen, man, I'm telling you, dog, she was the best point guard in the nation. She helped me get so many women at the University of Miami. Back in my days, you got to have a good fit. If you can't talk BS with your female best friend, what is the purpose of having the female best friend? But that being said, y'all see that? So everything we want to do can be achieved. So y'all, man, we don't even care if them lace fronts is good. They don't even got to have. They just. Listen, if they ain't glued up, I'm telling these dads, dribble their head into the mattress. Like, just let the lace front go, let the hair go, let the hair be. But the goal is by any means necessary. I don't think we have a lot of guys, a lot of people who are willing to do what it takes to win. And that's just what we need. We need more. We need some ladies out there that are willing to do what it takes to win. You know what? Fuck it. Let's go ahead and talk about Cam Ward. Let's go just Cam Ward. We got some video of Cam Ward taking too long in the pocket. Live by the sword, die by the sword. Cam Ward fucked everything up for my parlay. So, fuck Cam. So Georgia Tech 28-23. You lose. Sometimes you win and lose these games by certain things. So no trolling to them. Miami still has a great opportunity, but this is trolling right here. Not trolling, but sometimes why I tell people but before the season, like Florida State said, we had a top 5 offensive line, like in the nation. Clearly, we were wrong about that, right? Clearly, we were wrong about this team. But the disrespect to the U that the U gave, I don't know where this came from. They literally said that this might have been better than the 2001 national championship team. That's one of the greatest teams ever assembled. They had one of the best tight ends to ever play in college. They had 2 really, really good wide receivers. They had a plethora of good running backs. They had an offensive lineman that got drafted. They had a couple offensive linemen that got drafted as well off of that team. That's not including the fact they had Vince Wilfork, John Vilma, DJ Williams, Ed Reed, Sean Taylor, Kelly Jennings, Antrell Roll, Patrick Buchanan, and numerous other names that I just can't even just roll off and tell you that they were just that great. But this team right here is supposed to be better than that team, and this is where they were at minute 48, down 5 to Georgia Tech with the best with the best quarterback that they have had in quite some time. I think Miami hasn't had a quarterback drafted. Did they say since Gino Toretta? I don't even think Miami fans know who that is. That couldn't have been the truth. When did Jim Kelly get? No, because Jim Kelly the Bills went, there was 90, was it 90 to 93 when they kept going to Super Bowls and losing? Because they were Buffalo Bills. Boy, I love losing Super Bowls. Yeah, it might have been Gino. Let's go. Let's push play. So here he is, dropping the ball, taking forever, not just getting rid of the ball. Plenty of time, 2nd and 10, and got stripped. To his defense, to go back a little bit, let's break this down because I know a lot of people love to talk ball but don't know ball. Wait a minute. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, yeah, we had crossing routes here. He definitely doesn't like taking. What is his why doesn't he like taking what's given to him? It's a minute 48 with 2 timeouts. All right, right now, pause. So yeah, go back a little bit. So right here, we know shit ain't sweet. Don't throw it to Martinez. Is that number 8 is a Roro, right? Or a Roy or whatever. The number 8. Number 8, I believe. Number 8 you have a corner back at the 30, so he's on 10 yards off. This is the line of scrimmage though. You got your everybody. They're playing back to the they're playing the first down. But get it to him, let him get out of bounds. 3rd down. You got plenty. A minute 45 with 2 timeouts is forever. But his eyes are downfield, so he just is refused. Like, so I guess the next best thing is a fumble. So push play, see so we can finish out and see how this happens. Pump. So you pump fake. I really wish I had the downfield angle so I could see. Oh, yep, nope, never mind. That guy was covered. Damn. Tough. That's what I got next week. This Saturday, Miami plays somebody, probably will win. Should win. Definitely be definitely in a better position in situation than we are. Wish I could have been like that, but hey, it is what it is. Do we want to talk about anything else? Let's look at the new AP poll after all of this. Oh yeah, Florida got their ass whooped too. So not to forget about that. Much better output, 132 yards passing. Man, damn. 300. God damn. Shit. Texas whooped that. Texas 352 yards in the air, 210 on the ground, and 7 penalties for 70 yards. Florida did win time of possession. New AP poll, Miami went from the 4th ranked team in the nation, sliding all the way down to 12. Oregon still at number 1, Ohio State at 2, Texas at 3. You realize Texas has not played, I think, any ranked non-conference? They haven't had a win over a ranked conference opponent, which is wild, if I remember correctly. Penn State's 4, Indiana's 5. What's the best conference in football? Not according to this. Oregon, Ohio State, Penn State, Indiana, all in the Big Ten. Why you want to duck the Big Ten? That's it. Now we have BYU at 7, which is in the Big 12. Notre Dame 8. The SEC has 4 teams in the top 10. Kudos to them. Georgia's at 11. Miami's at 12. Boise State at 13. SMU at 14. Texas A&M at 15. Army at 16, helping Notre Dame out by the end, because I think Notre Dame plays them into the season, which will be a victory for them. Clemson 17, Colorado at 18, making noise. Washington State, Kansas State, LSU, Louisville, South Carolina, Missouri, and the Tulane Green Wave. If things were to end, here's Big Game's bold prediction for how the college football season will end. And if you want to know my thoughts on who will be in the Gator Bowl, I will pick who I think will be in the Gator Bowl on Wednesday's show live with me and Greg McGarity. Ooh. Yeah, with me and Greg McGarity, we probably got to figure out another way to do that one. On Wednesday's show live, getting that gone. I believe there will be the 4 power champions. I'm picking SMU. I think SMU wins. Oregon, SMU, Bama. No, Bama has 2. Bama has 2. I think Bama will be it, and obviously BYU. So those are the four teams right there. You'll get Boise State as your 5th one. That leaves you. And Notre Dame will be in. So that's 6 teams that I believe will automatically be in there. It'll be 3 more SEC teams and 3 more Big Ten teams. The ACC will, if Miami, whether Miami wins out or not, they will only get, like, Miami losing to Georgia Tech and the ACC allowing Miami to lose, those referees not doing their thing, fuck the ACC over. Because we needed that win to get 2 teams in. But outside of that, that'd be my Big Game Bowl prediction. Outside of that, man, I hope you guys really enjoyed it. Tell people about the Crow interview. We'll strip the Crow interview. We'll replay that as well because I just think that was insightful. Really, really good stuff on there. Guy's very, very knowledgeable. Hope we bring him or somebody brings him in the fold for coaching in some capacity. Loved his list of people that he would bring in. That's my list. I'll start trying to build out some more different things to get you guys some more content, some people to look out for, names to look out for. I just really tread lightly when it comes to firing coaches. I know that's not. These are some really good men, and I hate this for them. Outside of that, remember, tell them $250,000. Let me telework, and I'll make sure we have the best recruiting classes that money can buy. On that note, man, appreciate you guys for chopping it up with me. We'll see you guys next time.